What's keeping you stuck and what's holding you back? Are you a self-growth expert who wants to deepen your impact upon your audience, participants, and clients? Hello, I'm Ranjan Kumar, founder Mystic Fusion International and authentic influence coach. I help my clients double their impact upon their audience, participants, and coaches, and I do this through a being-centered approach. Now, in this video, I want to share about the 3 distortions which prevent us from becoming our real selves and actualizing our real potential. If you are a self-growth expert by now, you might have had times, or you might have gone through the phases when you feel stuck in everything that you are doing. You want to create bigger results, you want to create faster results, and you want to have a system in place which helps you create those results. And probably these 3 are the biggest distortions that are preventing us from creating the results that we actually want to create deeper impact in the society around. The 3 distortions that I wanted to share through this video are speed, size, and system. Let's talk about the first one. Well, speed. If you imagine the things that you are able to do right now, which comparing it with the speed at which you could do it about a decade ago or 20 years ago, probably you must be wondering how this could have been possible. But instead of enjoying the speed, instead of seeing what's possible for you at this moment, we are trying to compare ourselves with those experts who probably were a little earlier than us in adopting those technological tools, and probably are creating bigger results, faster results because of the tools they have deployed. And when we start comparing ourselves with the Facebook ads popping up on your screen, the speed at which you get emails delivered to your mails every day from international experts, you must be using this against yourself and telling yourself at some level that maybe I'm far behind them, that maybe I'm too late in the market, maybe I won't be able to catch up, and maybe I won't be able to make up for the delay that has happened already. Well, let me tell you one thing. Every expert has an audience waiting for him or her. Every person has some value to deliver to anybody around. Well, you don't always have to be the fastest in the world. You have to be fast enough to reach the nearest person, to reach the nearest audience, to reach the nearest client seeking you. And probably the one who's seeking me in my local area might not be waiting for an international expert to reach his email. And probably you might be the right person who he can or she can consult face to face. So imagine this. Like, you have beautiful stuff you want to share, you have some beautiful content you want to share, you have some beautiful insights you want to share, and you are thinking about the fastest speed that you can reach. Well, that's possible only when you start working on your ideas. That's possible when you start working on the nearest person that's available to you, and that is you. Speed matters. Of course, I do understand and I accept it. But speed should not be, the concept of speed should not be distorted in such a way that it becomes your psychological barrier, and you even become reluctant to take your first action forward. And to create any result, what matters is what's the smallest possible action that you can take towards building that momentum. And it's only probably after 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 such steps, there is a momentum that starts. There is a momentum that starts building. And that's when you understand that the game is on, and probably that's when you will start enjoying the speed. But for the speed to exist in the first place, you need to make your move, you need to make your start, and you need to get into the game. Well, this is one distortion that's preventing us, and that's keeping us, holding us back, that keeping us stuck in the game of self-growth and helping others improve themselves as a speaker, trainer, coach, or a writer. And the second one is size. When you follow international experts and people who are already popular in the market, you see the numbers below their channels and you see, wow, this guy has thousands and millions of subscribers and I probably am in hundreds as of now. Well, let me tell you, everybody started with one. And Probably they might have reached hundreds or thousands or millions or billions, but probably they started only, this is a fact that they started with zero, and they were their first visitors, and they were their first people who invested in the idea and who bought that idea and started selling it to others. And that's why size is something that we have started using against ourselves in a very distorted way. We look at people who have millions of followers and millions of reviews below their book on Amazon, and probably you are wondering, like, what's possible for me, or like, probably I'm already too late, and probably it wouldn't be possible without a huge investment, financial investment. I wouldn't be able to get these many subscribers and these many followers. And if you go back to the moment when you started on this journey, I hope you will remember that what you deep down actually wanted is to impact people deeply, and size was not the matter, and size didn't matter at all. And you at that point were not emphasizing the number of followers, whereas you actually wanted to do something you love to do. But gradually, eventually, when you started looking at the numbers, you fell prey to the number game, and you started assuming that people follow only them who already have lakhs of followers and subscribers. But how would you even have lakhs of subscribers and millions of followers when you don't start producing and delivering? So here's the trick. Whether you have someone following you or not, what matters is, do you have something that you want to share? Do you have a message which you want to share? And how would you like to share it? Choose a channel, be it live on Facebook, or your videos like this on YouTube, or you want to start a blog. What matters is consistency. What matters is how much you have to share, and probably after about a year or 2 years, you will have about 100 videos and 100 followers, and then gradually the numbers would definitely go up. What matters is how consistently you come back, you keep sharing, and you overcome this distortion, psychological distortion of the number game. What matters is not the number of followers. See, number is all about trends. Number is all about fashion, and fashions do not last long. Trends do not last long. So who do you want to be? A trendsetter or a trend follower? It depends. That's what exactly decides the quality of content that you want to produce, and the kind of service that you want to deliver. It also depends upon the kind of game that you are playing. Are you playing the chase game? Are you playing the game where you just follow the trends and you set your technology, you set your content only to be liked by others? Or is there something, are you playing a very long-term game where you actually want to change the very game, and you want to serve people with some kind of stuff that's going to impact them deeply, and which creates a lasting transformational impact in your audience, participants, and clients? So what are you trying to do? Are you trying to play that short-term game of numbers, or are you trying to play that long-term game where you are going to build a legacy, where you are going to leave a rich legacy for millions of others to relish on, to experience transformation from that years after you have moved on? And that's what decides what you're going to do as of in the moment, and how you're going to start. So this was the second distortion of size. Now the third distortion that we have become prey to, or probably we are using against ourselves to keep us stuck in the game of self-growth, personal transformation, and personal development. And this is a system. Yes. When you look at those emails automatically being delivered, you look at those thank you mails, you look at those blog updates, you look at those newsletters being delivered to your emails, you look at those, you look at those ads popping up on your Facebook lives and Facebook videos or your YouTube videos, and you start thinking, like, when am I going to do all these things? Why do I can't understand what kind of systems do they have in place, and how this is, you start imagining you start thinking more about the complexity of the system that is around sharing your content than actually producing creative content. And that's what is keeping most of us stuck in the game of self growth and personal transformation, in helping these speakers, trainers, coaches to put out that brilliant content that they actually have, which is very much so original and authentic. And they keep themselves stuck imagining, worrying about mostly the system that they need around sharing this content. But let me tell you one thing, it depends on what kind of a system you choose. Well, I have personally seen world-class experts having a very simple system of a blog, and they come up with an article every single day, and then after about 10 years or 20 years, they have millions of followers who just know that every next morning there's going to be a new article, there's going to be a new video, or every single week there's going to be a new video on this channel. And so when the consistency starts, you have somebody who has already bought into your idea. You have somebody who has already enrolled himself or herself into your idea. So who do you want to have as your followers? Somebody who willingly has come forward to enroll themselves into your idea, or somebody who you need to attract them and grab them and hold them towards hold their attention towards your content? Well, I would go with enrollment. And if you really want to build some good list of followers, if you want to have some good people who follow you forever and love your content, then I believe you should think more of enrollment than attracting clients. And that's possible when you stop worrying about the system and choose the easiest system that you can start with. You can start a YouTube channel, you can start a simple blog where you go every day, you post an article every day. And if you are scared of writing, if you're scared of putting out this content in a written format, which most people are, then you can go anonymous. You can choose to be anonymous and just keep on posting these articles on your Facebook page and keep sharing them until you start feeling confident about writing your name. And the day you feel confident about it, you can put your name below it and share it. That's how you build a system. That's how a system has to evolve out of your action that you started taking. Well, as a self-growth expert or an aspiring self-growth expert, I can only tell you that you are very precious. You are the need of the world, the need of the hour, and you have so much that you want to share, that you chose to become a self-growth expert. Your sincere, authentic desire to help people is the biggest size, is the biggest system that you can deploy, that you can use, because there are millions who are waiting for you. There are millions who want your services. There are millions who want to use this content to improve themselves. Well, they might not be right in front of you, but they must definitely be, when the moment they come across this video, the moment they come across your content, the moment they come across your book, or the moment they come across your article, probably lives are going to change, and you are going to make that deep impact in people's lives. Think about it. Love you.